back to Good Guardian Canine Working Dog. Good Guardian Canine Working Dog. More than just dogs. I'm continuing with uh, the traditional PRESA with Mr. Michael Morales. I want to make a quick note. In these initial stages, what I'm doing is actually allowing him to share his past experiences with the dog and kind of give a bit of history on just coming along and becoming a PRESA Canario breeder. And these things are important because for me, the people are more important than the dogs. The culture of the people, it's out of that richness of the people's culture that came this dog, because the people had a need for a particular dog to do a certain kind of job or take care of certain kinds of tasks. And so it's important for me to allow Mr. Michael Morales to kind of document that and share that, especially years from now when we're gone. There'll be others coming along who are new to the breed and are trying to learn about PRESA Canario and maybe even starting a breeding program. And it's necessary for them to have some foundation in the richness of the culture to understand the type of dogs that the type of dog the PRESA is, and to understand the temperament of the dog and why it is necessary for the dog to have this particular kind of traditional temperament. And so he's just laying some foundations, sharing a bit of history of his background and his experiences with the dogs. These things are important. We'll get to more technical things as to how do you formulate putting a bloodline together, what's the culling process like, where the majority of the dogs in the pedigree comes from, things like that. But for now, we're just laying foundations. So I hope you're learning something and also enjoying the video as well.
And I move in here and I start to breeding them and make an army.
Okay, so
everything start like that.
So that's kind of unique. I've never heard anyone say anything like that about guarding like birds with PRESA.
Yeah.
Like that's the first time I've heard that mentioned. I didn't even know
Miguel Vera used to use in Barrabas, used to watch a pigeon coop.
Yeah? See, I've known you for so long, I never even knew that. We never talked about
even Cousteau have pigeons. Yeah, everybody in the island have pigeons.
That's typical of the islands. But, okay, so you're not speaking about here.
No, I'm talking... in here I did it. I fly pigeons in here. Yes, I did.
Okay.
I flying for 2 seasons, and now in the first season I did real good. I make a champion bird. And when you got very good racer, you need something to protect, because somebody say, "Oh, let me steal some."
Yeah, they'll steal. Yeah. They'll steal your champions once they try to get the genetics. They'll steal the eggs. You name it, they'll take it if they can get a chance.
Everything is about understanding pedigrees, and people don't want to accept that yet.
Yeah, it's because they don't want to take the time to learn. It takes
because they don't know how to read them. Since I was a kid, I don't know. I don't know how I start to learn that. To be honest with you, I don't know. I don't know if that's genetic on me, because my grandfather being fighting cocks and do this and that, and they're farmers, but they run business too. They run business in the island as well. They have a restaurant, a liquor store. The liquor store have more trophies with rooster on it than liquor.
Wow.
It was full of that. and we got milk cows. That's how that I was raised different than anybody. I I got goals into perfection, into everything has to be with purity. I don't like band dogs,
That's a good.
and I don't mind who like them. I don't mean to throw a stone to anybody,
No, I get you. I understand. I
but
understand. You like
I need to
purebred.
try, yeah, to pure dogs and
Mm-hmm.
make them better.
Mm-hmm.
That's the goal of a breeder. It should be
It,
the goal.
it's interesting that you say that. I'm going to make a point and then we'll get back to the history
Yeah,
coming forward to the dogs that you have now. But it's funny that um, nowadays everybody's kind of leaning towards the mixes more so than the purebred. It's difficult to find a good purebred dog now.
yeah,
Everybody's kind of mixing and blending, trying to find a good stock or a good dog. When this is after destroying all the good purebred dogs.
yeah.
This is
And
crazy.
I
It's,
seen how they get to there, and it was the bullies.
mm,
After the bully, everything went downhill.
yeah, yeah.
Because I
Everybody
was
wanted to.
before than the bullies,
Yeah, everybody wanted to experiment after that,
and
and
I was actually, you can make a good band dog back in the day. I used to work in a kennel, working kennel.
mhm,
So they have with Luis Camera, he's dead now. He used to rent dogs for guarding properties, warehouse, junkyard. He got demons in that kennel, and I was in charge of a team. Well, we was like three of us. We got team that we bond with these dogs,
mhm.
and we are not there. They can open the place. We need
Mm.
to be there before then they open to business.
Okay, so the dogs are smart too. They're
Yeah,
smart. They're always in work mode. It's
yeah,
good dogs. Good dogs. Okay,
yeah.
so now
And
back
those
to.
dogs, they are hard to find nowadays.
Mhm,
Everybody say they haven't, but you never see them.
mhm. So
That's
now
what I.
back to.
Mm,
Sorry, yeah, going back to um, keeping the dogs to protect your birds.
yeah.
Um, and these were presses, not these are presses, and
No, it was precious. Yes,
they're
a
protecting
hundred
your
percent
birds.
precious.
They're protecting your birds, and they're also protecting your game dogs, right?
Oh, back in the day, yes.
Okay, so take me from that point to where we are now, where you're only breeding Presa and your own line of Presa.
Oh, I breeding my
I know it's a
dog.
lot of history, and a long time, but
People, these people, believe it or not, this is a heritage breed, and I can explain that too. And it should not be touched for these people do whatever they want.
mhm.
You do that with bullies. Bullies no inherit nothing. And believe it or not, American people territory should be in that list too, heritage breed too.
I agree with you. I agree.
Um, what was the question? I forgot. I'm sorry.
No, the question was, take me from where
What I now?
you had birds and you had game dogs, and you were guarding the presses with the game dogs.
Oh yeah.
Sorry,
Actually, I didn't hear too.
you were guarding the game dogs with the pressa, and
Yeah,
also guarding your birds.
yeah.
So I'm saying, take me from there to where we are now, and then we can, because most of the time I want to spend talking about the dogs that you have presently and
Okay.
why you stay with these dogs. But take me from the birds and the game dogs up to this point. So how did you decide to become exclusively involved with the pressa?
Oh, In 2008, when the economy collapsed and all that, there it reflect. I think in 2008 or 2012, somewhere in there, it reflect.
Mm-hmm.
People start to robbery. I have a bunch of very expensive bird that I was flying, and I was winning with them. So there was breaking into houses in that time. There was robbing anything they can get into. So I decided to go back, but no any dog. I'm very picky. So I look and look and look and study pedigree, and I'm familiar with pedigree, so it was not that hard for me. And it took me to assemble what I have today to start with it. It took me 5 years just to find 4 dogs.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how bad it was. Because he was in that transition, though everybody wants a presa, but they don't want a medium-sized presa. They want a pony presa.
The one Dogo Canario.
Yeah, and that's how the dog canario it came.
That's why I mentioned that.
Yeah,
That's why I mentioned that because of
the
the
size.
size, the bulkiness. Everybody, it's a North American mentality that
Yeah,
bigger is better.
yeah,
Bigger is not necessarily better. Better is better, not bigger.
yeah. Better the only is in here, is in the heart.
Yes, yes.
That's how I measure my dogs from the heart. Uh, that's bigger than anything.
Hmm.
But yeah, that and every time I see this dog, and they didn't want the medium size anymore. So they was dumping all the good dogs. I mean, no, there was so many that was crap.
Hmm.
The thing in here, nobody knows the history of these dogs, the real history. They have an history. These dog have good dog. Is the thing is, these people don't know nothing, and they go and make this dog. Then they get the German mixed dog from Germany or Europe, and they mix it in here. And they destroy the real dogs
Yeah, there's a lot of blending.
with crap. To be honest,
Yeah, a lot of neo, and it's the modern neo. It's not even a real neo.
yeah,
It's the modern so-called neo. I don't recognize it as a neo because I know what a neo looks like. I used to be surrounded by people who owned
yeah,
real neos, so I
yeah.
don't call
What
this.
dog yesterday? The look there is gone.
Yeah, I don't call this present thing that they're calling a neo a neo. I
No,
don't. I don't recognize it. They also bred, so they bred that into the Presa. They also bred Bull Mastiff into the Presa. Um,
English Mastiff.
English Mastiff
That's
also.
the guys in the Dogos Canario did that.
Yeah, and what else? This Great Dane. When they
The old
realize,
people, the people like Salvadorito, all those people they used to fight dog, Dimitri, Maestro Genio, all these people, they are dog fighters. They experimented with Bulldog and Great Day and in workout, and they finished them.
hmm, so that was a failure.
It was
Didn't
a
work.
fight. Yeah, but the new ways they want to sell to Americans start to doing
Mm.
that again. Those and you can see the crosses.
Oh yeah, you can definitely see the influence of the Great Dane in a lot of the
Yeah,
dogs that they're calling
you see
Pressas.
those tail, the skinny tail. What they look is like fat Great Danes.
Yeah, it's
And these people think a person like me that is been for so long with press, they think they can fool me. I see those dogs, and I know. If I look at it up front, I start to even I don't even have to put my hands on them. I don't even to have to feel the hair and to measure the hair to know it's a fake.
yeah, you can tell. You can
Yeah,
tell
yeah, I can tell. There
because the
is a lot of
traits.
presa. If you look the standard, he's very. very, very well put it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I
It's
like the old standard.
maintenance,
I go by the old standard. I don't like the new standard for
but
pressing.
that's what I'm talking about. The 1989 standard is speak by itself.
Mm-hmm.
You have the neck proportion, the jaw proportion, the teeth, how they look, the jaw, how the way it look, the head, the tail,
Yeah,
the feet, the
the roughness
hair.
of the coat,
Yeah,
the
how from here, from this area, from when it finishes the neck to when it start the shoulder, how the area it should be. Because it's
different.
different hair right here in the
Yeah,
neck.
yeah. It's longer on the body and scruffy,
No, no,
more
it's
rough
longer in the neck
from and more
and
rough.
shorter in the body.
Yes, and more rough.
It is rough everywhere. I mean,
Mm.
not rough. What you call it? It's a word for it. It's not rough, but it's not soft.
Mm-hmm. It's
Uh,
I know the word. I know the word you're
yeah,
looking
yeah,
for.
me too.
I know the word you're looking for. You talked about it in a video I watched too.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I can't remember the word, but yeah.
yeah. I forgot too now.
Yeah, but the coat
We
on
are
the
all.
neck, the head and the neck is different on the body.
Yes.
Yeah, a little bit. And you see a lot of these dogs that they're calling presa all
And then
throughout
the
from.
butt, in the thigh,
Mm-hmm.
you have to have long hair in there too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's.
And Borbos, they don't have it. Bullies, they don't have it.
Yeah, the coat is the same all throughout from the head to the tail. In
Yeah,
those
the
dogs.
Borbos
In
and
the
the
Borbal is the
Bullies.
same everywhere in the Borbal.
Yes, yes, yes. And oh, and the skin, the coat is kind of like rubber, like the same like Borbol, same.
Mm-hmm.
There is elastic,
Mm-hmm.
but it feels the same, different.
Mm-hmm.
And the head proportion, the muscle is 40%, and the head is 60.
Mm-hmm.
Even they have the measure of the muscle.
Mm-hmm. I
And
kept it.
you look in Cane Corso, they don't have the measure, and neither in
Yeah.
Borbol. That's what I was telling Salahuddin. You guys cannot argue this. They can do whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Because he
Yeah.
was no. But we have the same problem, and we have the exactly correct measurement. And we got the same problem. People are crossing. People think the everybody in Canary Island know who have the real deal or who doesn't.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go back to getting to the dogs that you have presently.
Oh, okay.
From having a few game dogs to some presas to presas alone. Take me from there to now.
Oh, okay. I came back. I was back 19. I think it was the first one. It was in 1981. Then in the late 89 to probably 1994. Then I moved in here and I left all the dog. What it was a gift by Hector Cruz to me, I give him back to him. And I sell few everything. I get rid of pretty much everything. And I moved over here. Then in 2000. Then I came back again to the game dog, and after that, in 2008, I came back with the press again. And I
Okay.
was flying pigeon, and I have left one pet bull, granddaughter of Gator, Champion Gator, Rodriguez Champion Gator.
Okay.